Hi guys, so yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of videos related to this topic, but it's about the you are enough thing, because I really feel that a lot of people just need to get this right, because it serves as a foundation for the rest of their lives. Another part of it is this. So again, in the same conversation when I was talking to my friend, not the same conversation, I think another conversation, she mentioned and said one time, she said, Tony, I think we're talking about whole self-worth and love, what love really is. And she said, Tony, she said, I want to be able to picture the man I'm going to marry. I want to be able to picture him as naked. I said, naked what? You don't need to picture him as naked. You see all that when you marry. And she said, no, Tony, that's not what I'm talking about. I said, clarify. She said, I want to be able to picture him as naked, as in, I want to be able to picture him the way he came into this world. Actually, those are my words, but I said, okay, you're trying to say you want to be able to picture the person the way they came into this world, with no attachments to them, with no job, no career, no ambition, no characteristics, no hairdo, no style, no fashion style, no dress, whatever. You want to picture them the way they came into this world. And you want to be able to make sure that you love that person the way they came into this world. You love them just that way, without the external stuff, and you don't want to change anything. You want to make sure that you love that person the way they came into this world, because then you really know that you love that person. And she said, exactly. Interesting. Let's think about that for a minute. We are so, like I say, we are so attached to so many external things. The way we dress. Okay, when a guy comes into the room, you notice the way they look, the way they dress, their shoe. You notice a lot of different, the way they walk, everything. You notice different things about the guy. But those are extra stuff. Okay? You're not marrying his style. You're not marrying his the way he walks. You're not marrying his career. You're not marrying his, maybe he's so friendly around people. You're not marrying all that stuff. You're marrying him. Because like I always say, the external changes. And if the external changes, are you okay with him, just him, alone? Actually, there's many people I know that they love to be with people who are doctors or something, because they're like, ooh, they're so successful, so ambitious. I love it. I love it. If I hear that, then I'm thinking, you're not marrying the person, you're marrying the doctor, the career. It is not fair to a person to marry them for their extra stuff. Maybe those extra stuff are cool stuff, but that's not the reason. It's not fair to marry a person for those extra stuff, because when those extra stuff change, you will be discontent with them. And they'll start now trying to gain your love back. And you don't need to marry a person where you feel you have to gain their love back. Okay? Unless you done something really traumatic to them. But even then, love stays, and maybe you lost their trust. But what I'm saying is, what I'm actually talking about is, you shouldn't have to be with a person where you feel that you have to put on a persona, a thing, a career, a walk, a look, just so that they still feel happy to be with you. I think about people who maybe they're so into what they call good-looking guys, handsome guys. And this is talking to all of us. What will happen if those looks change? They change over the years. The guy will not look the same as you marrying him 40 years from now. Are you going to be looking and saying, I don't know about that, he doesn't look so great. And the thing about it is, or maybe you marry someone who is really fit. And I'm not saying that a person needs to lose their fitness, right? But what if they stop working out so much? Are you going to be discontent? Are you going to be happy? And the thing about this, a lot of times we want to do this and say, oh, of course I love this person for themselves. But the only person who can tell you if you love that person for themselves is God. He can look deep into your heart and tell you if you really do. Because I've always said, sometimes I think I'm cool, and God will come in and tell me, no, this is what's going on in your heart. And I'm like, really? Okay. I didn't know that. When you're with a person, it is important to talk to God and ask God, do I love this person for them? Because external changes. And people want to feel love for themselves. People don't want to feel that they have to be this career-driven ambitious person, walking good person, dressing nice person, always neat haircut person, just to impress you or feel or just to have you love them. People don't want to feel they have to put on all these extras just for you to love them. People want to feel that even if they happen to not have a neat haircut one day, you're okay with that. Or maybe 2 days or a month, you're okay with that. And like I said, only God is the only one who knows what's going on in your heart. Talk to Him about it and He can let you know if you really care about a person, love a person, put them naked the way they came into this earth with nothing else. Or if you love their attachments to them. I hope this video helps. And finally, people, have a frank day. Bye.